The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Dolphins and the Jags, next on EA Sports.
With its just swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. But tonight, we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on their in-state rivals to the north, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Throwing to start here is Tua.
Flush to his right. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Tua going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Get all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to pass. Tua.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Second and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Ready.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
48 yards.
And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick of the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year, we got the Trevor Lawrences. So many tabbed to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up a ball in Youth League.
Let's go.
They expect nothing less from him again this season.
Here we go.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That's taking it around the 40. Hill shedding the tackle. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, Mostert.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Lawrence.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 8-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, a final shot before half. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Now Hill to return it.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive will start with an option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. Tua going to run again. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa.
42 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Jaguars 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Beathard.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught on the right flat, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Beathard to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw is Beathard. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll throw here. Beathard.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll start with the option.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop.
and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Throwing on first down, White. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
White on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now White. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Second and goal from the 1. White. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came